Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do my first impression slash disassembly of the Hinderer knives Eklipse. So this knife is a Rick Hinderer design, I'm pretty sure, and it was loaned to me by my buddy Evan in Canada. He bought this off of somebody, and I need to send it to him. I need to take it apart in order to do that, but I'm also reviewing the knife, so I figured why not disassemble it, reassemble it, and then I'll have to disassemble it again later. But I figured it'd be cool. I haven't taken apart a Hinderer design as of yet. And yeah, so we shall see what is going on. So I did notice that there's these, whatever these are. I don't think they're Torques of any kind. They look like, maybe they are. Is that just a T6 or something? So I had this here, which is just some kind of a hex bit, and that seemed to work, so I was going to use that. See? Came right out. Pardon me, I'm on lunch right now and just had something come through. I mean, it's not seeming to do any damage anywhere, so I'm just going to let it go and use that. And then I need a flathead. Wonder if I could use this. What is that noise? Probably need something more substantial for tightening, because I'm going to tighten against the scale and I want to be careful. Man, look at this. That is one hell of a pivot. Damn, old Rick don't mess around. Oh, I can zoom out, sorry. Oh, okay. That was nice. So I'm guessing Evan is going to want to put skiffs in here. I might have some that would fit. I could just hook them up. Oh, right. But he can't even... Right. Never mind. Clean this out. It's got a lot of gunk and shit in it. I don't even really want to mess with all that just because it's not mine and I have to take it apart again anyway. Anyway, here's the internal of the Hinderer Eklipse. You have these little standoffs. You have your frame lock. There's a lock bar insert, stainless steel. You have a ceramic ball bearing. Nope, that looks like it's steel. Let me get something clean on this off. Looks like a steel, yep, steel bearing. And yeah, it comes with steel bearings, which is bullshit. Any knife that costs more than $40 should come with ceramic bearings. I still don't understand that. People will make the argument that it doesn't matter. Whatever, you can do that all you want. Here's a liner. So they have a titanium liner, pretty thin, that goes under the scale. That's pretty interesting. So it goes on like this, which is pretty cool. And then the bearings run on titanium. So you have steel on titanium, which is whatever. So anyway, you would just pop this guy back in, like so. And then you would take your bearing. Oh, I should probably put some oil in there. Again, I'm really just doing this for me because I'm going to take it back apart for him. So I'm just putting a little bit in there. Put that there. Put a little on top. Put the blade in. That's interesting. It looks like it's... I don't know what that is. That's not a HRC test, is it? That would be weird. It's a little too uniform for that. So I don't know what that could be. Look like I got some dog hair in there. I don't know. And then your scale. Bing, bing. Then this guy pops on, right? I'm going to disengage it. You don't really want to have the knife fully engaged when you put it together, I've learned. It's better not to, but then you have issues like this where things are popping off and it's just not the best. So we are going to put this on. I'm going to start working this giant ass screw through. This is definitely a situation where you could probably put an O-ring on there and do it that way. Instead of Loctiting your pivot, you could just use an O-ring. So let me do this. Might as well utilize the fulcrum here. So you see that? It's not lined up. I don't know why. See, the scales aren't exactly lined up. There we go. I don't want to tighten those too much because I'm honestly not sure if I have the right bit, and any pressure could strip something, so I'm not going to mess with it. Doesn't look like they really require pressure anyway. They're all pretty sturdy right off the bat. No play. And there you go. Let's check for centering. Centering's dead nuts. I could probably back off a little bit. Maybe the slightest play. And again, guys, if you put skiffs in here, there we go, no play, and she drops. So absolutely fantastic. I gotta say, that was pretty easy. I mean, I didn't expect it to go that well. Let me just make sure everything's tight on this side. I always thought you had to use a spanner bit. Somebody told me you had to use a spanner bit on. I guess you could put 2 prongs in there, but why would you do that? Look at that screw goes all the way through to there. I mean, that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people probably think that's dumb, but I don't know. So anyway, what are my thoughts on the Eklipse, right? Because that's part of why we're here, not just to disassemble it. I don't know if I'd ever seen one disassembled before. This fell out of my bag when I was walking across the room to grab it, and I lost one of these. I dropped them all over the place. Pain in the ass, because it goes in and then clicks, but I guess it was loose, so it flew out when I took it out of the bag, because I never use this. Then I have my fulcrum, handy dandy fulcrum here, that I have equipped with Phillips and flathead now instead of T6 and 8, because I tend to use those more as a dad. And of course we had our KPL. Go check out knifepivotlube.com for all your knife maintenance needs. Use code LEFTY10 at checkout. All right, the Eklipse, guys. Detent is absolutely solid on this knife. I very much enjoy the detent on this. The one I had in from Kyle, which was the 3.5-inch slicer, I think the detent was a little stout on that. And what would happen is the witch's crook nose, the crook flipper I call it. I don't know why it's designed this way. It's like backwards, but whatever. The jimping's under here for no reason. And it's pokey. So it kind of hurts to flip, right? And if it has a stout detent, it's even worse. But this one is rather medium. It's, you know, I could maybe fail it if I really concentrated left-handed. And yeah, but I'm also kind of pushing in. So if I just give it a normal flick, bang, it locks up. You have thumb studs, which work. That was the other thing on Kyle's XM18. I couldn't even get the flick to work left-handed. I don't even think I could use the thumb studs. It's still hard because you got to stay off this lock bar, right? I don't know. Ow, fuck. Right-handed, you can flick it. But again, you got to watch that lock bar. It's a problem with frame locks. The right-handed reverse flick is going to be great because you have that nice detent and you don't have any lock bars in your way when you're holding it like this. Flicks right out. That's why the lefty thumb flick works really well. You're not touching that frame lock. So that's what I would recommend, is just do a lefty thumb flick and a righty reverse flick, and you're good. And then most people are probably just going to flip it, right? The closing action's phenomenal. There's no blade play, and it's essentially dropping shut. It is. What else? Ergos, most comfortable Hinderer I've handled. I've handled the Fire Tack, the Half Track, the XM18. I'm not sure if I've handled any other ones. And this one, just the way the finger grooves are set up for me, left-handed, with my hand, large glove size hand, it just works fantastically. I love the blade shape, harpoon. You guys know I love a good poon spoon. It's got a good edge on it. It's in 20 CV. We could do a close-up of the knife real quick. Sorry. Here's your G10. I did ask Evan, because the box said FDE. The guy he bought it from swapped it. I thought he got it from a dealer. There's some grooves here in the G10. We now know there's a titanium liner underneath that. It's pretty cool. There's your blade. It's got that stone wash or whatever they call it. It's got a working finish on the handle. Technically a compound grind. Yeah, look at that. Pretty cool. And there is your frame lock. You can go tip up if you're a lunatic. Sorry, tip down if you're a lunatic. And there's your clip, which is, it's okay. Clip's not bad. It works really well. It's just kind of shallow, but not much worse than a lot of knives, if you know what I mean. Here's the spine. There's your barrel spacers. There is the front. Again, he puts jimping in the most random places. Lockup is solid. Look at that. Just wants to lock up. I like that. But yeah, he puts jimping in the weirdest places, guys. Like, you tell me how it's functional to have jimping here and here. Like, I just don't get it. You're not going to use it to flip it. You're not going to use it when you're, you're not going to hold it like this, right? Are you? What? And then you're gripping down here. Why would you need this? Like, it would make sense to have that here, maybe, if you love jimping. And then he's got just this little bit right here. I don't know. It's really kind of baffling me where the jimping is on this knife. I feel like it could have just had no jimping, and this knife would be amazing. So that is the XM, not XM. That is the Eklipse from Hinderer. I'm glad I'm getting to check this out. I will say when I'm flipping it, it feels a little like loose, like rattly somewhere. I don't like down here. I don't know what's going on. I didn't check the clip screws. Maybe it's that. Seems tight though. And I obviously just tightened everything down, so I don't know what's going on there. It's just the knife moving in my hand, I guess. Probably just reverberation from the blade flipping open. But I just wanted to note that. But yeah, cool knife. Would I buy one? Probably not. So we'll see. I should do a full review, and then I'll get this guy taken back apart and shipped off. So thank you guys. I absolutely love you all. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the Eklipse. Are you a Hinderer fanboy? I'm certainly not, but I get why people are. USA made goodness is always a nice thing. So, hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.